Hi all, I am Companion Wolf. Welcome to my channel and another RPG developer Bakin tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add name tags to speech bubbles, including players' names, even when they've been changed to something else. This was requested by Zeke in Discord, so here it is. The first thing we need to do is to go into the database and casts and make a note of these names. I'm going to use player and cast thing for this. This will be relevant soon. So next we'll go into the layout tool and into conversation and click on message. Now as usual we will copy and paste and rename the defaults message to message default, and our copied one to message, make sure that is checked, otherwise it will still refer to the default. Now under speech bubbles, which is this layout here, you can see the various elements we're going to be using. We will next go into one of these message containers. It doesn't matter which one, and we will go under nameplate, and then we will copy one of these. Again, it doesn't matter which one, and we will paste it underneath speech bubble message like so. And you can move it up. Might require a little bit of guesswork because for some reason the red lines have disappeared. Incidentally, adding these parts manually, i.e. you go into the parts and you add the container and then you add the strings, does not work for some inexplicable bizarre reason that I can't figure it out. Even if these are set to exactly the same settings as these, it just won't work. So we need to copy and paste them. And here you will have a little speech bubble name tag, or as Bakin likes to call them, nameplates. So you can just drag and drop these. Don't forget to select what you want to drag and drop. So I'm going to set these to that's probably not right, so let's set this to -78, so it has just a little bit, maybe not. Set it to that, -75, and then the horizontal size would be 375, I guess. Keep it at that, and then the vertical size could be left as it is, but you can change it all around as necessary. And the next is click on the text. Let's scale this down a little bit to probably there. And while we're at it, rename this speech bubble nameplate. Speech bubble nameplate text. Now the reason why it's called nameplate is because if you will notice here in the text there is actually an undocumented command called nameplate. You can of course rename this to, you can use you can use party name or current name or any of the other names in here, depending on what you want to do. But my recommendation is to use nameplate, as it's more universal and less hassle to set up. And what this refers to is specifically to the NPL command input for messages, which I will cover in a future tutorial. So once we have established that, we will need to set up the events. What I have done here is created a separate event once only, and then in a display message I have put \NPL and the player name. This is a generic name to be used for that. That's what will appear directly in the name tag, and then you can add the following contents. Hi, my name is \H player, pleased to meet you. The \H is why we first went into the database, because player, if you remember, is actually the name, the actual name of the cast of the character, cast, party member, whatever that we're using. If her name was Freya in the database, we'd put Freya in these square brackets to refer specifically to her. I haven't covered either of these yet, but will in a future tutorial. And you can do the same thing for other characters, NPCs or whatever, using either conversation or dialogue. And then once you're done, we click the speech bubble and the character that you wanted to place the speech bubble on. So now if we play test it, the player name, that default one, would be added as a nameplate or a name tag or a name box, whatever you like to call it, whatever you're used to. You can always change the size in the layouts, and it says, hi, my name is player, which is her name in the database, pleased to meet you. And talking to our little troll friend, or whatever he is, he has the same thing. That name is based in the database as well. And once again, he will refer to the actual name. So now, what if our character changes her name or chooses to change her name? How can we reflect that in the speech bubbles? Well, for convenience, I've set up this tent for this option. Let's do it this way. It might be easier. So just simply add a rename party member, which is under party, rename party member, and then we'll add this, change the cast to be changed, obviously it will be to the player, and then you would display the text to the speech bubbles with the following. Normally you would put the name or the text that you want to refer to, and in fact, yes, as you can see here, we can embed the \H command in these square brackets, \NPL for nameplate, and then we would put this referring to the player's name in the database embedded like this, and it will work. So once again, if we play test this, and then we go to rename, the actual new player's name will appear in the nameplate, and it will be reflected here. And of course, with our cast, he too will refer to the player. Now, if you wanted to do it for conversations, you would do exactly the same thing. Conversations or dialogues, I should say, and then you rename this to default so you can distinguish between them. Check the copy, and then do exactly the same thing here, and it will appear in the dialogues. That's it for this video. I finally got it working, because the funny thing was that when it worked and then when I went to record it, it didn't. And that's when I discovered that you literally have to copy and paste, because if you do it manually, as I said, it just doesn't seem to work properly. You can adapt this fairly easy to your tastes, and that's essentially what it is. It's a very simple way of adding name tags or nameplates to your speech bubbles. Thanks to Zeke for the idea. I'm going to upload more tutorials and content, and more regularly from now on, probably twice per week. So if you found this one useful and you want to be notified of when another video is uploaded, click the subscribe button and activate the bell icon. As usual, you can follow me on social media, and if you'd like to support me, you can donate through PayPal or buy me a coffee. It would be greatly appreciated. Most of the donations will go towards website and additional costs. All of the links are in this video's description. You can also join the official RPG developer Bakin and Smile Game Builder if you haven't done so. Server, Discord server. The link will be in the description also. And finally, thanks to Smile Boom, the Discord community, and everyone who has supported me, especially through difficult times. To everyone who has donated and sponsored, it's all greatly appreciated, more than any of you realize. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.